Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be sort of a first impression video of a product that I've just gotten. So if you can see from the title, you already know what product it is. So I just got this little piece of heaven, as they would say, from Chanel. I remember it was just one of those Friday nights that me and my husband were walking around MBS, and then we went to the Chanel store. I like the Chanel store there because I feel that the service there is pretty good. I mean, so far from the Chanel counters, like the makeup counters, I haven't really had any bad service before. But so I mean, the one in MBS is where I usually get the makeup products from. But I walked in there, I didn't know what I was gonna get, so it came in this really cute little bag to make you feel very luxurious and extra special. And I especially like this particular ribbon that they have there. So the product that I got, and I Instagrammed this when I got it, and a lot of you actually got it right. So together with the purchase, I actually got 3 samples. I got a moisturizing cream, which is part of their skincare range, and I got a whitening concentrate, and I also got a moisture lotion. So they gave those to me, which was cool. But onto the actual product is this product right here. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's the Vitalumiere Aqua foundation. It says that it's ultra light skin perfecting makeup, and this I believe was about $78, so it is very expensive. It's only 30 ml, and the lady that was actually giving it that was actually selling it to me, she said that this is supposed to be like a low to medium coverage, so it's not like, I think in terms of the Vitalumiere range, they do have a couple of different types of couple levels of coverage. Like they do have one that's a higher coverage, and then I think this is like the lower or medium kind of coverage, but this seems to be the most popular one, at least for the people here on YouTube, because I remembered watching Fleur de Force, and she really likes this because she's in love with all things Chanel anyway. So I didn't think that I would be trying it out, but I was like, okay, let's just try this. So this is in the number 40 beige. I don't really know much about what this product is supposed to do, and this is how the bottle looks like. I don't think that the color of the foundation actually changes with whatever shade that you get, because they all look pretty much the same. So anyway, as I mentioned before, I got in the number 40 beige. We did try it on, and my husband did think that it was a little bit too light for my skin, but the lady did say that it's a foundation that would oxidize on your skin, so it will get darker and darker on your skin throughout the day. So that's why I got like probably a shade lighter. So I'm really excited to try this out, but let me just show you the packaging first. It's a plastic packaging. It's a bottle that you can actually squeeze out, and it's got the Chanel logo there, and that's basically it. So it actually comes up like that. Ta-da! So yeah, that's basically how it comes out, and you're just supposed to kind of do this and then to get the product out. So yeah, I'm very excited to try this. So I'm going to try it out now. I don't know what the texture is like because the lady was the one who actually applied it on me. So I've got my beauty blender here. It looks a little bit dirty, but it is clean. I've already dampened it, and I've got like my usual foundation brushes from Sigma, as well as let's see here, I've got my buffing brush here as well from e.l.f. So depending on the texture, I will then decide which of these 3 products I would use to apply the foundation. So let's get it on. Okay, so I'm just going to tip it over, and oh, it is very liquidy, so I guess that's why they recommended tipping it over. Okay, let me just try to shake this a little bit. It's very liquidy. Can you hear that? It's not like the normal kind of foundation. I'm almost like scared that I might drop this. It's probably the most liquidy foundation that I've ever tried. I feel like the packaging is not very they should have put it in a pump or something, or like I guess this is a type of a squeezy bottle. It's just that I feel like you're literally pouring it out. Can you see there? So I don't have any primer on because I just want to test out how it is on its own. So down my neck as well. I feel like I'm using a lot of product. Okay. I've heard so much about this product, so I'm really excited. Okay. So the texture is very liquidy, and I think the color is okay for me. I don't know what... Okay, I'm gonna try and apply it with my beauty blender, so let's see how it goes. Sometimes if it's too liquidy, it doesn't apply well with a beauty blender. So I'm just gonna try to apply it with this. I feel like you can even apply it with your hands if you want to. Because if it's too... It feels like a beauty balm, you know, the texture and in terms of the coverage as well. Definitely doesn't feel like a foundation, so let's hope it's worth the money. I wasn't planning to buy like a new foundation at all, but I walked in there and I didn't know what else to buy. Just felt like buying something. So this is what I ended up getting. Okay, so that's how it looks like with just one coat. It sets on pretty quickly. I just feel that in terms of coverage, it's not the best because you can pretty much see all the flaws that I have on my skin still. So it reminds me a lot of how the kind of effect that I would get with a beauty blender, not so much with a foundation. So because it's like so light coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and do sort of like another layer. Okay, so with this second layer, I think I'm gonna use like a brush to buff it over. Thing is, the bottle is so small, but I feel like I'm using a lot of product already. Yes, it is. Okay, I think this should be good to go. I'm using this Samantha Chapman buffing brush, which I usually use for my BB creams. Ooh, they kind of have the same consistency as this product, so because it's kind of lightweight. This looks a lot better, like in terms of coverage and all that jazz. I didn't really ask her if it was suitable for oily skin though. And given that I'm not wearing a primer, it would be interesting to see how it actually lasts or how it makes my face look throughout the day. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is the second coat. It's a lot better. It feels really soft. Sorry about my phone. It feels really soft, and yeah, it's just it's quite pleasant, really. So but in terms of coverage, you can see that it's not like super high coverage, but it does feel really light. Like I don't feel like I'm using any kind of foundation, and I have tried BB creams that feel a lot heavier than this, but definitely because of just the mere fact that it doesn't cover much, if you have a lot of, like, you know, imperfections on your skin, like, you know, sometimes, like for me, like I do have imperfections, like if you don't mind like it being low coverage, that's fine. But if you're looking for a high coverage, definitely this is probably not the one. They do have the other like foundations that are of higher coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Guys, so I've put on the rest of my makeup makeup, and this is how the foundation is currently looking underneath all the makeup. I'll show you guys first the products that I've used over it, because it does affect the way that the foundation is coming out to be. So to set everything up, I actually used my mineralized skin finish. These are normal products that I usually use, so which is why I'm just kind of comparing how it looks like compared to the other foundations or BB creams that I use. So this is the mineralized skin finish in medium deep that I use to set everything up. And then for bronzer, I've used this Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm. And then for cheeks, I've used this NYX cream blush in the color Red Cheeks, which is very, very pigmented, so which is why you can see that it's really like out there. And then to also just set that loose powder, I used my Select Sheer Press powder by MAC in NC45. So yeah, this is the powder. It's almost all gone. So as you can see, it does kind of cover it up a little bit at the end of the day, but I wouldn't say that the coverage in terms of the foundation is very, very strong, but that's kind of what is expected, because I did know that it's a very medium coverage kind of foundation. In terms of the texture, my face does feel quite smooth and it feels really light. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, which is how I usually feel like when I'm putting on like foundations itself. In terms of how it leaves my skin to be, my skin is very oily, so you can see that the oil does come out. I don't have any primer on, so this is basically how it looks like. It's actually a lot better than some of the other products that I've tried before, whereby if I don't use a primer, by this time, by the time I finish getting ready, my face will be like super oily. So I'm going to take my oil blotter now and just kind of blot my face, and then we'll see how it looks like. So this is my favorite oil blotter, which is the Clean and Clear oil blotter, which I have to have because my skin is just so freaking oily. I know a lot of people say that, okay, you're not supposed to blot it too often, but honey, my skin is so oily. I have to blot or else it will just look really bad. So okay, let's see. Okay, so this is how much oil has actually come off. It's pretty normal, but some products that I've used, like some BB creams or tinted moisturizer, or even some foundations, I do excrete more oil by this time, but I would say that not a lot of product got picked up, which is good, because there are some foundations that I use, when I use this oil blotter, the whole product actually gets picked up by the blotter. So yeah, that's how it looks like. It's a lot more matte now, and I think that, you know what, the coverage is actually pretty decent. I think the color that they picked up for me is pretty good, so I'm actually overall quite happy with this. Is it worth $78? I would have to try it out more to actually let you know that, but in terms of, the quality and the experience of just putting it on, it's pretty good so far. I can see how a lot of people actually like it, because especially in Singapore, when it's really hot and humid, I would want to wear this foundation just because it's very lightweight and it doesn't feel like I have too much on my face. So that's that. So yeah, I actually do quite like it, and I do look forward to actually wearing this. Just in case you're wondering what's on my eyes, I've used my current favorite palette, which is the It's Judy Time palette, and I absolutely love this palette. I love it so much. It's sort of like a bronzy gold eye that I actually just quickly put together with this color here, which is my favorite crease color at the moment. I just think that it's really pretty, because it's sort of like brownish red, which I find complements my skin tone very well. So I have that on the outer crease, and then I have this on the outer V of the crease. It's not that pigmented, but actually I really do like it, because it's actually quite suitable for daytime. And then on the lids, I've got this gorgeous sort of bronzy gold color on, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's my very quick video where I try to fit in a lot of things. My first impressions of the Vitalumiere Aqua foundation from Chanel, as well as the look that I've actually put together. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Big virtual hugs to you guys. Bye!